Do this though. Hey, what do I say for this? Oh, hey, True Believers, Englentine here, and I'm a fellow theme park buffs, the whole 9 yards. I am screwing up all over the place. All right, so anyway, it's been a week. Let's talk about some Disney news. I want to do a video, by the way, where I'm reacting to the comments. We do get comments here. One of them that we got this week is it's good to find a channel that's not. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of Disney, but I'm not all pixie dust. And by the way, I do want to, at least at some point in time, go through the forum, the pass holder forum that I'm on Facebook, because it is definitely a place that does not allow criticism of Disney at all. If you're like, well, you know, it's always been like this, and I love the parks and I love everything about Disney, but they're doing this now and I don't like it. If you say
will not be able to criticize the mouse. And
yeah,
if you
cast
criticize
the mouse,
you will be excused from the forum.
But there are things that are happening, and a lot of it is because of the current Twitter politics, and that's how I'm going to put it. Not the current political landscape or whatever. It's because of Twitter. It's because of cancel culture. Because they get out and they go, I don't like this. And some corporations go, well, and basically over at my comic book channel, I would bring up, I'm not a big fan of what I call the well, actually people. And that's basically what cancel culture is. The well, actually people have found their own people. They gathered together. And now they're saying, well, actually, and at some point in time, something changed, and this makes them feel important.
You have been charged with blasphemy in the court of public opinion, and you shall be put on trial against the Twitter firing squad, Javor.
Exactly, yeah. Now they have to find a new villain every week, and sometimes they aim towards Disney. And this time around, Trader Sam at the Jungle Cruise, who would trade 2 of his shrunken heads for one of your heads, basically. They had to get rid of him as because he was racist. 50 freaking years, nobody complained. Nobody complained. No one, freaking no one. Do you know how we know this? Because they would have changed it 50 freaking years ago. No one complained about it, but Twitter cancel culture comes along, and Disney's like, Twitter's a real place. I swear, we got to change. It's ridiculous. It is freaking ridiculous. And the funny thing is if you complain, they go, what, you support racism? No, that wasn't racist, and you're a moron. That's one thing we need to get through there. Yeah.
Jokes are a thing we support.
So, yeah, not every Disney change is good, in my opinion. And I'm willing. This is why I'm never going to get invited to any free press conference, even if I do get big enough. Because I can't see myself going, yeah, Disney. Another thing, at some point in time, I don't know if we'll talk about it this time, because I know you guys, I don't know what Disney sites you guys follow, but it occurred to me that there are some that I'll read an article for the news of it, but in all honesty, I don't like to follow because I don't know, and I don't know if I could trust them, or if I don't know, because it's kind of hard to say. There's different reasons different reasons not to go on to a forum. Some people might hate my take on things or your take on things because we aren't Disney bootlickers. Yet we don't have when we go on, we don't have the pixie dust flying around us. Hey, look,
we shall call it as we see it, and if we see bad things, we will say bad things.
And here's the thing: I love Disney, definitely, because I'm just a quarter mile down the road. I'm really down the road, around the corner from the Magic Kingdom, and not literally. Okay, it takes me about 25-30 minutes to get there, and that's because of traffic. I understand it supports. It supports my city. It supports this area. So, look, I want it to survive. I like most of the entertainment. I don't like most of the politics and policies. That's where it comes from. I'm an individualist. I believe in free speech, but one thing I will never do is say this is good when it's not, also, even though it would get me more clicks, I'm not going to say something's bad when it's not. I don't know. I feel like I've been ranting about nothing for about 5 minutes now.
You have.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's
there you
move
go.
forward.
But there are some things that have been going on. I'm not quite sure if I agree or disagree with one of the things that have been going on, and that is that, and this is according, I believe, to all ears. Yeah. And this is, I should have, I was reading down through this. This is that Disney's surveying Magic Kingdom facial recognition participants. Now, I haven't done this yet, but apparently they want to make it so that they don't have to do the fingerprint thing. I'm okay with not doing the fingerprint thing because I always felt gross because you're putting your finger on the same thing about 100, I know where mine's been, and you don't want to have any part of that.
Sir, you're saying keep your face mask on, and then it's supposed to scan you, like like you're getting scanned by Skynet robots and identifying who you are.
Well, I don't know if they call it Skynet, but but
Human
yeah,
recognized.
They've got these machines right here, and this is where I have the problem. Okay, so if we're walking through and they scan the face and they let us walk through, and it's a little quicker. Okay, fine. I get it. But we still have to stop. And now it's like, take off your hat and sunglasses. And then you look straight on. And that seems like it's going to take a lot more time than me just slapping my my wristband to the machine and going on my merry way. I don't know. Maybe it is quicker. I don't know. But it seems like if I've got to stand right here in this area, if I move over here, it won't recognize it. If I move, it just seems like that would be a little bit more inconvenient. Let's get past the whole Skynet kind of thing. Let's get past the whole thing where
it's like Gattaca, man, if anything.
Say again?
It's more like Gattaca.
Yeah, Gattaca. Get rid of all the conspiracy stuff, and you're still talking about an inconvenience that you do not have if you walk up, you put your wristband on there, and you just move forward. What they're trying to avoid, though, is me giving my wristband to you, Venkman, and you going in. So they need to make sure that only I can use that. And that's what they're trying to do here. Because right now, as it stands, if you wanted to come to Disney, I could give you my, they've got a word for it, but it's out of my hands.
So as long as
I can give you that and you can go in. Say again?
I just got to eat some more, and I got to get a little taller and just wear a hat and stuff, shave my head bald and just wear a mask, and then I look just like you, and then they'll let me in. Right?
Not that much more weight, dude. So anyway, but all the other stuff, yes. Also, you want to have your cheeks drop a little bit because you're 35, I'm 50. That does happen. So what do you think, Dalton? What do you think about this kind of thing? Oh my gosh, Dalton's speechless.
He muted himself. Doesn't unmute himself.
Oh, okay.
you could do it for him though.
But so far, I can't unmute your guest because they choose to mute him. Okay, he'll come back. He'll come back. All righty. I wanted to. He'll come back. He knows he's a part of this.
Yeah.
Okay, so it goes on. It's basically surveying them, just asking what your comfort level with it. Unfortunately, they have no answers to this. As it stands. So it's basically just, what would be your opinion? Would you be comfortable doing this, Venkman?
Well, most people are like, because they're doing facial recognition, like, well, no, they can find me anywhere. Dude, your phone takes photos of you, all this stuff. I mean, if you're looking for privacy, you might as well just stay in your house. And even in your house, they still got thermal imaging you. And then they get satellites. I mean, privacy does not exist anymore. And since
but people still like the illusion of I don't carry my phone.
Yes.
I don't carry my phone. with me. I really don't. Sometimes I'll take it to Disney so I can take pictures or something.
And I think that well, Disney already has cameras everywhere. They have to for security reasons. You know, in case something happens. This will just make it easier to identify someone who's a troublemaker. So if somebody takes their mask off, we saw you.
That's already happening. We already know that because I get the goddamn messages.
So it's like any technology. It's good. It's bad. You know. It's
See, to me, especially after you mentioned that, it seems like they want to make it easier to do that, and I don't like it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but that makes me feel really I was creeped out.
Well, yeah, I'd be creeped out too.
I still don't trust that they don't have cameras in the bathroom.
Imagine grocery stores doing that. We saw you take your mask off. It's gonna play a game.
Yeah, I don't trust that they don't have cameras in the bathroom. I really don't. I think they do.
I think most places probably have cameras in the bathroom. They just won't tell you about it.
Yeah, and it's
well, nothing inside the stall though. But I mean, like outside where you wash your hands and stuff.
I don't even know about that. See, I really don't trust any of it. But not anymore. Disney to me, it's gotten leaner and meaner, in all honesty. And so a lot of the stuff that would previously be unheard of, you could say, well, they're doing this. And I don't know if I could trust it.
It just comes down to, are you going to go out to places? Or like I said, are you just going to be afraid not go anywhere because you're afraid someone might be recording and listening to you?
Yeah, but I don't know. Hey, look, here's the thing. This is the kind of same. This is, and I get what you're saying. What you're saying.
I'm gonna tell you. What's even more creepy. Before all this stuff, I'm sure they have people that pretend to be guests walking around.
Oh yeah, I know for sure. I
actually
applied to do that. I applied for that job, and I had the worst interview, I had the worst interview of all time because I was honest. Well, if you don't have, because I never went to, they didn't say going to like security classes was necessary for the job. And they said, if you haven't been to security classes, how do we know that you could go do a good job spotting shoplifters and blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, when I was a kid, I was a shoplifter. Yeah, that right there. Never admit to that, by the way. And I told him, I said, you know, I know what to look for. I know how I would have approached and how I would have done this kind of thing. So I would be able to tell right away those kind of mannerisms in a person because I've seen it done. I have been in a shop where I told the shopkeeper that person's got stuff in there, and I did not get the job.
Honestly, though, I would be more entitled to hire you than hiring someone who just came from a class course. He's probably just gonna be like, oh, I don't even want to be here. Because a lot of security guys, you know, I'm not gonna put down a lot of them, but the few that I knew, it's like, you know, they're texting their friends, stuff, hanging out, you know, while they're on the job. They're supposed to be, you know, watching the camera stuff, and they're on their phone. You know, in Hollywood always makes fun of this. The guy is watching TV instead of watching the gate. You know, it's like he's sitting there in a sandwich eating, he's watching the old reruns. He's like, hey, what's going on? And that's it's always a guy.
It's kind of weird,
but. No, I mean, I would prefer someone who actually knows what to look for. Because well, you shoplift when you're little. Yeah, when I was little.
Yeah, what I'm talking about is I was a kid.
Yeah,
I was well, okay, maybe 13, 14, 15 around there, you know, but I stopped really, really damn quick.
But things they judge you. They think you're gonna steal again because you stole once.
You know what actually stopped me? I had a girlfriend and I didn't even know she was doing this. We went to Albertsons, me and my little brother. He's 6 years behind me. And we were actually picking up some groceries and my girlfriend was stuffing stuff into her purse. And we got caught and we got taken up to, they were going to send us to juvenile, except for my little brother. He started crying. He got really scared. And I'm like, what the fuck? My dad beat the shit out of me on the way home, and excuse the language, but every bit of it was deserved. Even though we weren't the ones that were taking things, it was like boom, eye opener on all that kind of stuff.
Into the situation. That's why. Yeah,
it was an eye opener on that kind of stuff. That was never again, guys. Never again.
same thing happened to me. I had a girl I was going out with, and we were at Buckles, and she started, wearing clothes under the clothes that she came in with. I'm like, they can probably see that. And then she stuffed like a $100 pair of jeans in her into her bag. After buying something, I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" And she got so mad at me. She got offended because I was more worried about getting arrested than she was.
Yeah, you got to step back a little bit. Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, this whole thing with the technology and and what they're doing, it may speed up and or may not. I think it's less personal than someone just holding a gun to your head. Well, I mean like the laser guns, electric guns. So, but then again, who knows? Maybe maybe a year from now, maybe if all this COVID stuff's over, it goes back to normal. But then you got to think in the back of your mind, they still have this facial technology. I mean, which the FBI does too. The government has it, so it's like I'm not so worried about it because if anything, I feel more safe, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So I understand we're talking parks, and you're more here for movies and food stuff and all that kind of stuff. One thing I wanted to bring up was I saw a video today, and it was from the Diz Unplugged, and they were talking about what park would you skip. Like if you were to come down here, what park would you skip? And everybody, of course, they have their own answers. Most of them picked Animal Kingdom, which I think is crazy.
Oh, animal experience, it'd be fun to go.
Well, to me, yeah, I'm 50 years old. Obviously, I'm losing my love for roller coasters and things that are shaking me around. It is true. You get more susceptible to motion sickness the older you get, right?
Right.
But one thing I said, well, what are they talking about? Am I recommending to you a park to skip, or am I telling you what I wouldn't? And they all mentioned, a couple of them anyway, mentioned Epcot because of the construction. But I looked at this today. This is what's going on today at the park. And Walt Disney World's railroad is closed for refurbishment. Walt Disney World's Tomorrowland Transit Authority, that's the people mover, is closed. We've got the Main Street Confectionery, the candy store is closed. We got the Hall of Presidents, which is closed. And I'm thinking, you know what? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going around. I remember for a while, there was always a crane in the picture for the castle and everything. Mm-hmm. There's just construction going on all over the place.
Well, as long as it gets done, I mean, we obviously want to get done speedy so we can go back to these places, But I understand, like, I'd rather have them maybe they're actually fixing something that need to be fixed.
Well, Tomorrowland definitely did. Yeah.
And putting it off could be a danger for people going into that stuff.
Well, I'm actually, if you remember last year, we were talking before the close downs and everything. We were talking about how Magic Kingdom was falling apart, how they were not repairing things. Mm-hmm. Bob Chapek earned my nickname for him just by being very cheap, not doing all the renovations that needed to be done.
The Jungle Cruise ride he had, what it was.
They had a boat sink.
Yeah.
Well, now they're taking away the like I said, they took away hey Colin, how you doing? They're taking away Trader Sam. He's too racist for the Jungle Book. No. They're going to be replacing a lot of the black characters they think look like caricatures. I think they're going to be taking away the native black characters that are basically the headhunters and such.
They're going to put Trader Joe instead of Trader Sam.
Maybe my thinking is they're probably going to like they did with Pirates of the Caribbean. They're probably going to make it look more like the movie that's supposed to come out soon. I hope, because I would love to see that kind of thing.
Well, that's all girls want to talk about, right?
No. The Jungle Cruise has The Rock and
no. The Pirates thing. I thought you said there's a Pirates movie.
Oh, no. Well, no. I'm talking about they put in Johnny Depp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The thing is I didn't mind that because they just added Johnny Depp. What I minded as far as the Pirates of the Caribbean was they took away a lot of the humor that was in there because
it does take away history too.
Yeah.
But it's their park. They can do what they want, as long as people go there, they can get away with this stuff. But if people stop going because of this stuff, they might put it back.
Yeah. Colin's saying he hates Bob Chapek because he ruined Disneyland when he was in charge of Disneyland. One thing that Bob was really bad about at least Disney. I don't know how much of this came from him or whatever, but during his run, Disney was very much about, oh, wow, I found out that people love to sit in this area right here to watch fireworks. So from now on, we're going to rope that off, and they can only sit there if they buy a dining package first, or if they're part of this dessert party. And now, instead of just waiting a couple hours in your favorite spot, you have to spend $100 or more to be able to sit in that spot. They did the same thing with the concerts out at Epcot. Like we would wait. We would be there so we could get a front row, because it's one of the only parts that's covered. So you're not sitting in the hot sun, or if it rains, you're not affected by it. And they started making that available to people who bought dining packages. So if you had a dinner to go with it, then you could get a front row seat. Now, thankfully, because of this, I can justify it. Because of this channel, I can justify it because, okay, we're making a video, and maybe that'll, at some point in time, maybe this channel will get monetized, right? Let's see. He also has no respect for cast members. That's hard to come by when it comes to the head honchos they're calling. In my day, it was Michael Eisner, and he said that the jobs that I was doing,
Monkey could do it.
Yeah, Monkey could do it. So, yeah, they don't have a lot of respect for the cast members at all.
But why do people look on monkeys? Monkeys are intelligent, so why would?
Yeah, they are. Plus, look, when you are a cast member, you have to deal with the best and the worst of humanity. You are meeting some of the best people in the world. You're meeting people from all over the world, and some are very giving, some are very kind, and then you'll meet a whole bunch of
entitled brats.
Yeah, yes, from all very much so. Yeah, that happens all over the place, and so you really do.
Disney
you do meet different kinds. Now, when I was about 17. I was 17 when I worked at Disney, and a guy had a heart attack. A guy was having a heart attack on
that's
in
scary.
front of me at the Tiki Room, and I'm 17 years old. Now I'm put in a position. Oh my gosh, it's you got that stress. Now, granted, my part of it is easy. Okay, everybody remain calm. Please stand here. I went and got the managers involved, and then I've got to get this crowd into the show and empty out this area so the medics can do what they need to do with the family that's obviously going to be sitting here. And then go on about it like I just didn't see a guy dropping from a heart attack in front of me. Right. It's a very weird situation when you're a cast member,
especially like with Disney. They want them to hide all reality. They want to make everything magic.
It's not just Disney. I was at work at Universal Studios. I was on stage performing the Alfred Hitchcock, The Art of Making Movies, and I knew what happened. The guests have no idea that the Twin Towers had just been attacked. They have no idea because they woke up, got ready, went out to the theme park. They wanted to get there early. So they had no freaking clue about, because this is also, by the way, before everybody had a smartphone in the back pocket. So here we are. I don't want to work at this point. I want to go watch the TV, get the news, find out, and that's what a lot of us were. It's not just me. It's everybody in the Alfred Hitchcock show.
Yeah.
Well, finally, I'm on stage, and I get a little wave and kind of a point because we all had a meeting. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And what was weird was Universal was waiting for Disney. If Disney didn't close, Universal wouldn't close. We got word. So we got a little heads up. Okay, it's up to you. So I had to make the announcement that, ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't say what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, we're evacuating the park. Please go, blah, blah, blah.
My thing is like,
which I Universal might actually panic people more if we couldn't tell them.
Well, also the whole thing with that was a terrorist attack going on. For information you might have had, hearing a plane crash and then a second one. You think Disney World and Universal would rush to close because they're big targets?
Well, that's actually one of the planes disappeared, and they were worried that they were.
No, that's the one that crashed in the field. Yes, but
they were worried that Disney was a target, that Universal was a target, because you can take out a whole bunch of people. Yeah, let's not say that out loud. But you can.
It's a
take a building.
Disney World in Florida is where a lot of people go from all over the country. So if you're looking, like you said, that would be ideal place, and that's scary because it's how big it is. It's the biggest theme park in America.
You attack Magic Kingdom, you're attacking the world. It's not just America.
I know.
It's not just Americans that are in the park. You're attacking people from all over the world.
Exactly.
So, and also, it's a weird situation, but that's the kind of thing when you're a cast member. You do. It seems so easy. If your day-to-day goes perfectly, that's the way it would be. It would seem like your job is so easy, a monkey can do it, as Michael Eisner said. But if it goes wrong, you've got to deal with all sorts of other stuff. Like I always point to the one guy who flagpoled himself for that while that was a thing. People grab onto. He climbed up a light post to kind of make his body straight so it looked like a flag, but it had just rained, so he fell. Now, granted, at this point, I'm an adult. It's no freaking worries about it. And I was like, and I basically put him down for it. Nice going, genius. But you got to deal with all sorts of stuff when you're a cast member and such. So it's I don't know if we talked about this last time. Now it's got people actually I've seen on the annual pass holder thing, but they did put up a wall in front of the penis wall in Morocco.
Are they taking it down?
Yeah, it looks like they're going to refurbish it. So because there's also the scaffolding right here.
That's just blocking it.
Yeah, so it looks like they're going to be doing something with it. So I looked in the annual pass holder folder forum right here on Facebook, and people were sharing other things that look like a penis at Disney. So they've got a little bit of a phallic problem as far as
so Disney's panicking. Oh crap! How do we never notice this?
Yeah, some people are so stupid. Yeah, they are, Colin. Seriously. I mean, come on. They're looking. It's like, okay, I get it. Disney missed something, but we really don't need to go around looking. This looks like a penis. Let's take a picture of that. And how about no? Okay. We got the one. Now it just, because if you go searching for it, you seem kind of creepy. If everybody accidentally finds it, that's one thing, but you really seem a little bit creepy on this one. Now look, I got my picture with the Moroccan penis wall. My wife refused to.
I mean, he's got a plaque and he's got it on his wall.
Yeah, I know, right? My Gail refused to get her picture taken with it, so
he's gonna hang. You're gonna hang that at the new place, aren't you? You're just gonna have it.
Oh yeah. No, if I
right in the center of the wall.
Yeah, if I could, I would. Yeah, it's I don't know if that's a controversy, but I thought it bared some mention to it.
It's just funny if they really are getting rid of it. It took this long that no one noticed it at management, or they knew about it, they didn't say anything because they thought it was hilarious. So they're like, well, dude, they're like, this is a tourist attraction. People are coming to see it.
Yeah. So there was an announcement that Disney is relaxing their mask thing, but it turns out it's only during photos. One thing, it's kind of funny because it's very soon after you're still going to have to wear your mask even after you sit down at your table thing, which I have heard nothing about anyone
that is weird
enforcing that.
I was at Texas Roadhouse this first Easter Sunday. Yeah. And you wear your mask when you walk in, but as soon as we got the table,
whip it off.
Mask off. Yeah.
Yeah. Disney didn't want that happening,
and we're indoors. We're indoors. We're not outdoors.
No. Yeah. I wonder how, I guess that piece of corn or whatever you're holding up to your mouth is blocking it from going it's ridiculous. Look, masks may help you, but you know what? the rules seem to be so arbitrary. I've heard so many horror stories from cast members. My grandma was working at Disneyland during the kid who got decapitated. Yikes! Yeah, you get a lot of people who get hurt and such getting decapitated. Damn, I would wonder how that actually happened, because
there was a girl on the Giant Drop, which is over at Six Flags. Her hair got caught in the gears, and when it went down, it pulled her scalp.
Ouch.
Yeah,
sometimes you think that you really got to try for people to get hurt, and yet they still do. Oh no, it always makes me a little bit sad, because you go to a theme park, you expect to have a good time and everything, and then something tragic happens like that.
Look at those Ferris wheels. I mean, those people some of the carnivals still have the open Ferris wheels where you're not in a cage, so you can fall out.
Oh no. But I haven't seen a lot of people enforcing the mask rule where you sit down in a restaurant. And I think it's because most of those restaurants are third party. Look, they need the business. So, but I saw Disney's food blog report on it, so I don't know if they're trying to push it. Disney's food blog is very plastic. If that they got a gajillion subs and followers. They piss on me. That's the way it is. Yeah, they don't even see me in their rear view mirror. But they got 1 million followers. But I've been watching some of these. I started watching because I was like, okay, if I start a Disney Channel, what's my niche? Where do I want to go? How am I going to be different? Apparently, I'm going to be different because I'm going to be talking about these things. I saw one guy who yells at things and curses a lot, and is almost like an anti-Disney Channel. But I'm not like that, because I actually do love going to the parks. But I was watching, but Disney food blog, like they have 20 things you're doing wrong at Disney. And it's stuff like you're not making your reservation early enough. You're not making sure to take care of this big Disney deal that Disney has. Like, that's a commercial. You didn't make a video. You just made a commercial.
These are the 3 key rides you should be, when you go to Disney, you should be going on. And this, like, it's when you look at Disney channels, you're no different than watching, like, someone talk about comic books. These are the hot things right now. You should be going here. If you're not going there, you're crazy. It's like, and plus, while you're there, pick up this, and they get a sponsor, because they get sponsored by whatever the food vendor it is, and use this coupon. When they it's so markety. It's like
it is. What they do is a big commercial. So when I saw that they were talking about the mask thing, I thought, okay, they're. I wonder if they got asked by Disney, can you push this? Because we know you got 1 million followers and everything. So I don't know.
Well, sometimes I think these channels are set up by Disney.
Well, they're not set up by them. Take Tim Tracker, for example. I watched Tim Tracker quite a bit, but then I started noticing he had less and less things to say. And I'm not looking for someone to trash on Disney. No. Be honest. But they would do like this. Oh, we're going to try this new snack today. And they would take a bite and they'll be like, yeah, and like you could see on his face that this is something he doesn't like, and he's like, I don't really like it, but it's good. Wait, hold on, back that up a little bit. You don't like it, but it's good, right? Okay, like they didn't want to offend. I've seen that more and more with them. I still like watching Tim. He seems a good guy. It's just, I think he's gotten to the point. I mean, look, the man's making bank. He's making about $100,000 a year, or more, off of his thing. So congratulations to him. A lot of people like him. I do too. I met Adam LeWoo, who is a travel. He does travel videos, and I like his kind of style, because he's almost like he's not this way with just Disney, and he'll talk bad about Disney if necessary, or he'll point out that something's cheesy, but he'll go to any road show and the smallest thing is amazing to him. And that's what I like also. Like if I go to Disney, one of my favorite things to do is point out these little details that they put into things. And I like that kind of wonderment. And I'm not talking about bowing to the corporate structure, but you do have to be amazed at some of the things they do around there, which nobody's going to notice. You know, nobody's going to notice all the little details that are put into a theme park. And I kind of like his reporting because it makes it like he did a cross country because I think he lives in California, and he stops by a roadside exhibit, and it's like, oh, and look over here, and that's really cool. All right, wow, that, and I kind of like that. I kind of like, because a lot of people are very cynical as far as these things are concerned. Paging Mr. Morrow is a good one too. I like that one. And Diz Unplugged is okay sometimes. And this channel is always honest, so there you go. I like Justin Scared, Scar with a D. Oh, Justin Scarred. Okay, better than Tim Tracker. I watched Justin a couple of times, and he was too in your face for me. But yeah, I mean, if he's cup of tea, man, that's really cool. Almost like if as far as comic books are concerned, the dude who does what's this guy? Oh my gosh, I've got to talk to you about this. You know, it's like, okay, you know, dial it back a little bit, Wolfman Jack. It's okay. But yeah, I mean, you know, once again, I'm the low man on this particular totem pole. So what do we got to say about it?
I don't know if you read this right now, but I like Justin Scar with a D.
Yeah, Justin Scarred. Yep. Yeah. No, I've seen a couple of his videos. They're not bad. I think we're on opposite sides of that particular.
Honestly, I guess I'm just not really into looking up. I guess I never really pay attention, but I didn't know there was other Disney channels.
Oh, there's tons.
When yours popped up, I figured yours was like, okay, yours, yeah, that's cool. This guy likes Disney. I imagine there are. I just never really looked. Because I mean, you always hear about those people like, you know, there was I was watching a Taboo show, and the guy had like every single Disney character they ever made tattooed on his body.
Yeah, they kicked him out, by the way.
They kicked him out of Disney World?
Yeah, because he put himself out there as an attraction. People would ask to take his photo. He would take his shirt off, and if you do that,
we can't take your shirt off in Disney.
Well, yeah. Well, at one point in time you could, but if you do that, you're making yourself an attraction, and Disney doesn't want
competition.
No, they don't want anybody to think that you are Disney.
Disney, certified.
Yeah. Right. He's not an employee. If he says something, if he does something, Disney might be liable. So it's like you can't go in cosplaying as Mickey Mouse. You can't go in with your own Cinderella costume or something like that.
I identify Cinderella.
Kids, yeah, little kids can. Colin H, I have weird taste of videos sometimes. Hey, man, everybody likes what they like. I appreciate that you're here.
Right.
It's good to have an audience member. If you've got a good mic, come on sometimes. You can join the conversation. But they don't want that kind of attention. Like if you go in. Now, they do have Dapper Days where people dress up like characters sometimes, but they don't put on like a Woody outfit. They might wear a yellow flannel shirt, blue jeans, and a hat, but they don't make themselves look exactly like Woody, or you can't come in unless it's Halloween. I know some guys will be where their girlfriends will be wearing a red gown to look like Jessica Rabbit, and they'll wear red pants and a white shirt to look like Roger Rabbit. You know, that kind of thing might go on. You can do cosplay, like casual cosplay. Like if you wanted to do Mary Poppins, you might actually wear a red striped jacket in or something like that, or a red striped shirt, so you look like Bert and she can.
I can't wait till people dress up as a Justice League and try to enter.
I'm sure that would happen at some point in time.
Marvel's like, we're not letting Warner Brothers in.
Well, we actually thought about doing something like that, but with we found these jackets. There's a picture of me somewhere around where we've got jackets. I've got Superman logo. My friend's got the Batman, and so in the jackets we were the Justice League, but we had that going on. Okay.
Honestly, all you need is a blue T-shirt, a red leather jacket, and some blue jeans, and you're Superman from Smallville.
There you go. Yeah. Let's see what I was gonna put up something fun. I know usually we do something food like, but I didn't see any food announcements. I didn't look incredibly hard, but there's this quiz. How many of these underrated treats have you tried? I wouldn't call this one an underrated. Magic Kingdom. This is the Peter Pan float. Yeah. I don't know how old this is. This might be old. I have tried this. I have tried the Peter Pan float. It's Sprite with lime ice cream, not lime sherbet, but lime ice cream, and it melts immediately. This I've seen so many people buy this and they try to make it over to the Peter Pan wall to take a picture with it. By the time they get there, it's melted, and that's just right around the corner from it. It's best if you want a picture like they took here. It's best that you just take the damn thing right there. It's good. It's I like it after it's melted. So for me, the whole meltiness works. Let's see what else. Oh, these are cheeseburger spring rolls.
That looks weird.
It's actually a cheeseburger spring roll. So instead of like an egg roll with the cabbage and everything,
it's cheeseburger.
It's all the makings of a cheeseburger. Guess what? I did not know it had that. It does have. Onions. It made me sick. Yes, it does. So I bought one, bit into it, and I was like, "Oh, that's gonna make me feel bad in a little bit."
Just looking at it, it looks like something I would not want to try because it came out of some kind of vending truck. I don't know.
Yeah, but you're not a very adventurous eater. If you ever come down here,
I have eating problems just as you. Like, I have food allergies. Like, they go right through me. So
when you come down here, I'm gonna challenge your taste buds, man.
Sure. Eat this. It tastes like crap, doesn't it? I'm like, dude, what the heck?
No, I would never do that to you. It tasted good, but yeah, it's got onions in it. So, but now they raised the prices on it, so now it's it's $9.50.
Doesn't it look like you just got it from a hot lunch menu at school?
Yeah, it does. Let's see. I want to make a Disney YouTuber spoof channel because that sounds fun, and nobody has done it yet. Well, there you go. You're in. Now. You're in. I know that's that.
But hurry! I'm gonna do it.
Yep. Yeah. By the way, these used to be $7.50 for two. Now it's $9.50.
Wow, count me out. I was just gonna get a burger from McDonald's.
I know. Well, here's the thing. You talk. Well, look, you're in the park. You're kind of trapped, right?
Well, yeah.
But for $9.50, you're almost to a meal. So getting a snack like this for that much, no freaking way.
It's kind of why I like Six Flags. It's a smaller park. I just go in the parking lot. I go in my cooler, get my food, eat there, and then go back inside.
Yeah. So also they have, this is at the Liberty Tree Tavern. This is called the this is called the Ooey Gooey Toffee Cake. It comes from it's a vanilla toffee cake, chocolate sauce, vanilla ice cream, and it is decadence. It is so amazing.
A lot better than when you get from Denny's. You get a chocolate cookie and then they put ice cream on top of it. I was like,
yeah,
okay.
This is amazing. When we went to Liberty Tree Tavern, we had this. It was so good. But here's the thing. There's certain restaurants and certain things that if you go to, you want to make it your last. And me and Gail, we're pass holders, so we have the option of going to Disney, doing one thing and leaving because we can always go back the next time, right? Mm-hmm. This will weigh you down. This is a heavy, heavy treat. But oh my gosh, it is so delicious. Okay, this is the Kringle Bakery. Oh, I don't understand why this is popular. This is the school bread from the from the Norwegian pavilion. And it's good, but
Give it food give it some orange coloring. That's orange food coloring.
Yeah.
And then leave the hair, and then people call it the Donald Trump.
Let's call it the Trump. Yeah, a lot of people like this one. I don't. I'm not.
It looks like hash browns.
It is that's coconut. That's toasted coconut.
Oh, yeah, that's why I like it.
For about $3, that's probably $4 or $5 by now. They've got this. It's almost like a tortilla, but it's not. But they put down butter, cinnamon, and sugar, and then they roll it up. It is so good. I love it a lot better than the school bread, but people live by that school bread, man. Let's see. What do we got here? The ice cream shop's two of our favorite brioche ice cream sandwiches. And yeah, there's ice cream in there, by the way. I don't get it. I've tried it once, by the way, and you bite into it and the ice cream just right out the side.
That crust looks gross. Is that a wafer crust?
Yeah, that is a macaroon ice cream sandwich. So yeah, it would bite like a wafer.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not as good. And that's just a cookie. That never impresses me.
We're dissing cookies now.
I don't like cookies.
It's a big cookie.
You know what? I always put the cookie down. I always do. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I got one of these too at the Woody's Lunchbox over in Toy Story Land. They have they call these the Lunchbox tarts. That's a Pop-Tart, ladies and gentlemen.
I was gonna say it's a Pop-Tart with some.
That's a Pop-Tart. I've had one. It's a freaking Pop-Tart. They gave it to me and I went, it's a freaking Pop-Tart. The girl looked embarrassed. She did. God bless her, because she just kind of smiled.
Maybe she had no idea. Maybe she had no idea that was actually a Pop-Tart. She's like, I never noticed.
Okay, so this is the Wookiee cookie, and it's got a piece of chocolate on top, which, okay, you know what?
Take it off, it's fine.
You took a freaking moon pie, and then you put a chocolate bar on top. That's the only thing. Like, you have to cook it in there to be something special. I don't know. And this is more of that ice cream cookie thing.
That looks sad. I'll just go get the Toll House cookie.
Yeah. Let's see. We got to find some. Oh, okay. This is actually, I've had, no, this isn't what I was thinking of. This is from the Dino Bites, which is buffalo chicken chips. That is interesting. I love the street corn, by the way, but then again, I love street corn. So that is good. I've had it, and it just
sounds so odd. Street corn. Hey, want to buy some corn?
Well, it's grilled. It's grilled, and then they put some sort of sauce on top. Usually, it's a mayonnaise. But
we've had those vendors for 4th of July. Yeah, and I always thought it was so weird. I was like, it's just corn on the cob on a stick.
So yeah, I've had a couple of those. They're kind of fun. They're interesting, to say the least. There was one booth at Animal Kingdom that had like mac and cheese and would have all sorts of stuff in it. It's called gourmet mac and cheese, but there's no such thing. The only thing making it gourmet is the stuff you put in it. So I don't know. Anyway, let's close this out here. All righty. So I think I can cut this down to a couple of videos. I'll probably do that. Anyway, gang, thanks for hanging out with us while we talked about the news and everything, facial recognition, and all that. And once again, thank you to RDV and to, unfortunately, Dalton's house was just too busy. So we had to turn off the mic and then turn off the camera.
I'll just say this. The only problem I see with the facial recognition, because you have the mask on, what if it glitches?
Yeah, or two people have the same kind of eyes. I don't know. It just seems weird. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. And always, thank you very, very much for watching. And remember, have a zippity-doo-dah day.